Everyone, at the time I'm recording this, I've already recorded the piles, but I wanted to come back on here and mention a few things. So for pile 2, my camera did die at the end of the reading, so I had to go and recharge it, and I was debating if I should record the rest of the reading or just leave it as is, and I did feel called to go back and record the rest of the reading, but it is there, and I feel like we got some really good messages that we wouldn't have gotten had that not happened. So another thing I want to mention is if you like my videos and you want to see more videos like this, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment if you'd like as well. I really appreciate it. Helps push my videos out there and just helps me, so I can record more videos for you guys as well, know what you guys like, and everything like that. So also want to mention that I will have the timestamps in the description box below. I will also make a list of all of the decks that I used for the readings, and if anyone is interested in visiting my K-Beauty store, I will link the website in the description box as well. Thank you all, and I will direct you to your reading now. Hi, welcome back to my channel, and welcome if you are new here. Today we are doing a pick card pile, and today we have 2 piles to choose from. The topic is going to be how are you glowing up? How are you leveling up? We're also going to look at anything that could be in the way of your glow up and level up, anything that could be blocking you in any sort of a way from this glow up and level up. And this could be a glow up mentally, spiritually, physically. All 3 can come in. This is a general reading, so please only take what resonates and leave the rest. Like I said, we have 2 piles to choose from. We have pile 1 with this neck cream. And we have pile 2 with this lip plumping gloss in rouge. And a little bit of a shameless plug. These are skincare products that I carry on my website. I am an esthetician, and I have a website where I sell K-Beauty products. If you're interested, you can check out my website and see what products are up there, and these ones will be up there as well. And I do want to show you with this neck cream. It's kind of cool. I just love doing this because it's so much fun. I don't know if you guys can see. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started with picking our piles. So we have pile 1 with the neck cream, pile 2 with the lip plumping gloss again. I'm going to go ahead and clear the energy here. I'm going to give you a chance to pick your pile. If you need more time, go ahead and pause the video. Otherwise, we'll go ahead and get started and give you a few seconds to pick your pile. All right, again, if you need more time, go ahead and pause the video. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and get started with pile 1. Okay, so pile 1, you have the Neck Lift Intensive Firming Cream, which is a K-Beauty product. And if you didn't see in the intro, I'm just going to do it again because I love every excuse to do this because it's so much fun. All right, so I just wanted to show you guys that, what this product does. And so this is a product that I put on my hands, my knees, not just my neck, elbows. I even like to use it as an eye cream from time to time. But anyway, what I'm getting right away for you guys is something that has to do with your neck. So the throat chakra is what I'm getting. Yeah, I'm getting something with the throat, the neck, maybe even like tension in the neck is what I'm getting. Some of you may have even issues with sinuses and allergies. I'm also getting like ear issues, jaw issues, TMJ. Yeah, so let's go ahead and look at the cards. And also, I'm also getting, when I was, showing you the product and the little, kind of like the little webs, I was almost getting like fascia and connective tissue, which is it's like basically fascia is like connective tissue, the muscle, and if it gets too tight, it can kind of prevent flow in the body and movement. So I'm getting almost like stuck fascia in the neck area. So let's go ahead and get to the cards. The card I'm going to show you comes from the deck called the Wisdom Keepers, and it's basically a bunch of faces that are created very artistically. They have a lot of designs and different things to look at within the face and the cards. So this face can represent either, how you may look, similar to how you may look. It could represent how your soul, your spirit looks. It could represent, a look that you are moving into, transforming into as you work on, we're always transforming and changing, and, the body can change based on our energy. This could also be your spirit guide that is assisting you, or even an ancestor that is assisting you in your level up and your glow up. So let's go ahead and I'm going to show you the card here. So here is the card, and we have magnetism. So magnetism is a big part of your glow up here. So some of you, all of you are magnetic, whether it's dormant or not. So some of you may have started out as very magnetic, but life kind of brought you down a little bit, maybe even felt you had to hide your magnetism in order to make other people more comfortable, in order to, keep people from maybe even afraid of other people's opinions in some sort of a way. So whatever this magnetism is, it needs to be brought out. And that's going to be your level up, your glow up is really going to be connected to your magnetism. And so let's kind of look at this face here. So what really caught my eye were the butterflies here. And I don't know if you can see them. There's little butterflies that go down the neck of her, go down her neck, and which is interesting because we were talking about the neck before. And I really feel like there needs to be some sort of a transformation when it comes to your voice. Maybe your voice is very magnetic, the way you speak. Maybe you have suppressed or hidden that voice, and that could, if you do, and again, I'm not a medical doctor or anything like that. I am an esthetician, so I know a lot about the skin and stuff like that, but I'm not here to tell you about your body or anything like that. Always consult with your medical professional, but these are just little awarenesses that you can resonate with or not. But I'm getting, if you do have sinus issues, throat issues, things like that something that could have manifested due to, suppression of your voice in some sort of a way. Let's move on and let's see what else your cards say. I do want to say one thing about the butterfly is, because I've been kind of learning a little bit about butterflies, and if I'm not mistaken, butterflies or the caterpillar, when it goes into their cocoon, they turn into complete mush. And they're neither, at that point, they're neither the caterpillar and they're not the butterfly either. They're just this mush with a blueprint of the butterfly. And so it basically has to rebuild itself from scratch to become the butterfly, which is really cool. That blueprint is already there. So I just kind of want to say that blueprint is already within you. We just need to deconstruct everything that is not supposed to be there and rebuild with that blueprint that has always been you all along, but may have just been hidden through with all the rubble, if that makes sense. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna move that aside, and let's go ahead and get into your cards. So we have unexpected money coming in. We have unreliable young person, red. Let's see, it says red or fair hair. We have kind, helpful man, blonde or light-haired. We have third party, heartbreak. We have legal documents, arguments. And then we have improvements. Things are getting better. All right, so let's talk about it. We have unexpected money coming in. I feel like this unexpected money that's coming in is going to be unlocked as you work through these energy blocks. I almost feel like how you need to glow up in the physical is going to actually unlock your abundance as well. So we have unreliable young person, red or fair hair. I'm getting kind of two things here. Either you've had to deal with a lot of unreliable people in your life. They could, have red or fair hair possibly as a description, or maybe you have red or fair hair. But regardless, I'm getting either you've had a lot of unreliable people in your life. You could be younger in age, or the people that you're around could be younger in age. But I'm getting a lot of like unreliability. But I'm also getting that some of you might be the unreliable person. But let me explain. I'm not getting that it is purposeful, the unreliability. I'm getting almost like a freeze. And again, I'm feeling it in the throat. I'm feeling it in your voice. Almost like there's like this fear to set boundaries. There's like a fear to say no. And so, sometimes instead of confronting the situation or setting those boundaries, I'm getting whoever this is may kind of just ghost instead of facing these situations head on, or stepping into your power and setting those boundaries. I'm getting that there's like a ghosting or like an avoidance almost. So it's not like the people in this pile are trying to be unreliable. It may be that it's too overwhelming, and almost like I'm getting like a freeze state, like your voice is frozen, like almost like a fear to speak out, and so you avoid instead of speak. Then we have kind, helpful man, blonde or light-haired. So this could be someone in your life who wants to help you, or this could even represent you, whether you're a man or a woman. This could represent you always. Maybe you've given too much to people to the point where now they expect it, and you haven't been able to set boundaries. You just kind of give until you're so depleted that you don't have anything else to give, and so you ghost. You just kind of tap out. You avoid people so you don't have to feel obligated to give, and have your energy depleted, because some of you are just, you're tired. You have this, and again, you have this magnetism that I think a lot of you have had almost like sucked sucked out of you or have had to hide because you don't want to attract any more, people into your life is kind of what I'm getting. Then we have third party and heartbreak. Some of what's going on here could be related to a breakup or, heartbreak. Heartbreak can come in many different forms. It doesn't have to be a relationship. It could be friends. It could be that, you're part of a friend group and, they kind of keep you around, but they keep you around almost, I'm kind of getting this visual of like a friend group that keeps you around, but they're all just like really close with each other and you're kind of like the friend that they know that they can rely on, but they don't really reciprocate anything. The friend group doesn't reciprocate anything to you, and that you're always like giving within the friend group, but you're not really getting anything out of the friend group, and you're almost like the I'm getting kind of like third wheel, and that could give that I'm getting a lot of grief tied to that. Third party as well. That could, some of you may have had heartbreak through someone cheating on you. And then we have legal document arguments. So some of you could be going through, possibly a breakup that has to do, maybe even like you were married and it has to do with legal documents are involved. Arguments are involved. And if you are, I'm also getting that some of you may be involved with like some court stuff. And I'm also, again, I'm coming back to that throat, that voice that has been suppressed, like this fear of, not being able to say what you need to say in the situation. But I'm getting that you guys are going to come out of this because we have things are getting better, improvements. So whatever this situation is, it's going to be different for everyone, but whatever the situation is, you are going to come out the other side and you're going to have some unexpected money coming in. Whatever this is, you're going to get through it. You're going to come out the other side and you're going to have unexpected money coming in. And, whatever people have done to you, that doesn't define who you're going to be. Don't let other people suppress your magnetism, suppress your voice. And I'm getting a lot of you, can be really good speakers, can be really good with your voice. And I think, the people that want to keep you under control, on lock, want to keep this voice suppressed because they know, how magnetic it is, how persuasive you are, how magnetizing you are, how attractive you are, how people are drawn to you. And I'm getting someone that doesn't want you to see, there's someone, some of you may resonate with this, but there's someone that doesn't want you to see how magnetic and attractive that you actually are. They're trying to hide that from you. They're keeping the blindfolds on you. Let's go ahead and pull some more cards here. So we have power. We have speak your truth. Oh my God. We have focus, and we have abundance. So there's abundance coming into your life, whether it's in the form of money, whether it's in the form of beauty, whether it's in the form of peace. It's coming for you. It could be all three of those things. Those are just kind of what came up. But we have power. It's time for you to step into your power. It's time for you to step into that magnetism. And some of you may need to work on the body in order to heal the mental and spiritual. If there's tension, there's tension in your neck that is blocking flow, blocking lymph. I'm almost getting like swelling in the jaw and like neck area, maybe even around the ears, like almost like there's fluids stuck that need to be released. And, maybe go to a massage therapist, maybe look into a massage therapist that specializes in lymphatic flow, lymphatic drainage. Move your body, move this energy, move your body just so whatever is stuck, that whatever energy is stuck physically, spiritually, emotionally, just move your body, let that stuff move through you and out of it. Let it go. I'm also getting like there may be a lot of worriers in this pile. Set some time, maybe 15, 20 minutes a day to worry. And if you get those worries that come up, throughout the day, write it down and say, okay, we're going to deal with that, during the worry time. And during that time, come up with solutions. Like, is this something that I can take care of right now? If not, okay, then I'm going to put it aside for right now. And so it's not about being unreliable or avoidant. Going back to that card of unreliability, it's not about being unreliable. It's not about being avoidant. It's about not letting those things take over to the point where you become frozen, stuck, where you just can't get anything done. So if you take everything that you're worrying about, everything that's going on, everything that keeps popping up into your brain, write it all down during worry time. Okay, do we have a solution for this yet? No. Okay. So get out of that this is a problem mindset and get into the what are the solutions mindset. Because there's a way out of everything. There's a solution for everything. We just have to find it. So if you can't think of a solution, if you can't take care of whatever that worry is right then in the moment, then put it aside. Come back to it later, but don't let it continue to take space in your brain, in your mind, in your body. So step into your power, speak your truth. Again, we have those butterflies. There's this transformation coming in your voice, and I think the voice carries that energy of magnetism, and that's what needs to be unlocked. It's already there. It just needs to be uncovered. It just needs to, the blueprint, like I said, the blueprint is there. It just needs to come out. So we have focus, and focus again, focus on those things at a designated time, and then come up with solutions, come up with really write down how you want your life to be, how you want to move forward in life, how you want to where you see yourself going. Have a clear, focused path on where you are going, and that is what is going to bring this abundance into your life. That is what is going to unlock the magnetism in your life. So let's pull the other cards. That's what's going to bring you into your power. So we have butterflies and gloom. After sadness, happiness and hope return. Beauty and the Beast, you need some space in a relationship. The Black Cat, lost magic, atonement, rebalance. Then we have Little Red Riding Hood, I am not a victim. So yeah, we're moving out of this victimhood. So that doesn't negate anything that has happened to you. That's not saying that what happened, anything that happened to you, whether it was traumas or whatever, wasn't wrong. It doesn't mean that it didn't have an effect on you. It doesn't mean that it didn't make things more difficult for you. But it's making the choice not to allow that to live rent-free in your body, in your head. It's about taking it and transmuting it into something else and stepping out of more like I was victimized, but I am not a victim, if that makes sense. So butterflies and gloom, after sadness, happiness and hope return. So happiness and hope is coming. So some of you have maybe felt, kind of in this gloom, in this doom, maybe even like a hopelessness, but happiness and hope is on the horizon. This is confirmation. Happiness and hope is on the horizon. Beauty and the Beast, you need some space in a relationship. So I do feel like whoever's in this pile, there was some relationship stuff. There was something going on with a relationship, whether it be friends, whether it was romantic. And whoever these people were, they were beasts. They were a beast. They were not nice. I mean, if you think about the movie Beauty and the Beast, the Beast was an awful awful person, before he went through his transformation and changed. He was not good. He held people in captivity. He held Belle in captivity. And again, I'm getting that there's someone who wants to keep you under their control, wants to keep you almost captive, wants to hold your voice at ransom, wants to be in control of you. And I see you breaking free. I see you walking away from this. And we all have choices. We can either stay in something that is hurting our mind, body, and spirit, or we can choose to make steps to walk away from that. And sometimes it's not always the easiest thing to do, but that's where getting really clear of where you are going is going to help you decide what in your life is helping you get there and what is not helping you get there. So then we have the black cat: lost magic, atonement, rebalance. So yeah, you lost that magic. Some of you lost that magnetism. Like, it was already there within you, but you lost it somehow, some way, through, things that have happened in your life. And none of this is your fault or anything to feel bad about. It's okay to grieve that, but don't let the grief take over you. And just know that you can get it back. Like, it's not lost. It's not gone forever. You can get it back. You can rebalance yourself. And, this kind of almost reminds me of, because it's a very like creepy scene, a creepy setting. And I almost feel like people have come to you in like these pretty packages, these positive packages. And, I was really thinking about this the other day, like what is positive, what is negative? Because sometimes, like I'll listen to like spooky music and it feels really positive to me and like really like feels like good in my soul. And so like dark things are not good or bad. Like, something that presents itself as shiny and sparkly may be negative. Something that presents itself as like dark, like, may be positive and beautiful. Like, we shouldn't really take things necessarily at like how they present, and more like feel it instead of how it is presented. Feel it, like, what does that energy feel like? And so she's in this kind of like dark space. Like, she has the black cat, we have the like ravens or crows, I don't know what they are, but well, maybe crows because that's a scarecrow. I don't know. But anyway, we have these kind of like darker things happening here, and I think almost, yeah, she has like black wings too. So, maybe people have come to you in like this, really positive, there's some people who are just like really bubbly and positive and just like, oh my God, hi, how are you? And just like really, really like positive to your face. But then you kind of get like this weird feeling about that or something, and they turn out like to be like an undercover mean girl or mean person or man or whatever, like, and like almost use that like positive facade to like hide their true core and like their true who they are. And then you see people who are just kind of like really stoic, and maybe they have like resting bee face, and they end up being like the nicest person that you'll ever meet, and they'll just like be there for you and like love you and just be like the kindest person. So that came up however that resonates. But let's go ahead and move on to, so I have Pantone colors here. So these colors can represent anything. They can represent, colors to incorporate into your wardrobe, your style, your makeup, maybe even hair colors if you feel like that resonates. Maybe candle colors to work with, jewelry, colors of crystal stones to work with. Like, This can just like represent anything. It could also represent like the colors you need to like balance out your chakras, or, you know, your body, your mind, your spirit. So let's go ahead and see what colors are coming up. So, woo, we got like cherry red or like fire engine red. And then we have like this, oh my gosh, it's like kind of like a sea green, maybe? I don't know. And then we have like this other kind of green color. And then we have limeade. That's a very bright color here. And then, oh, I'm actually, so with the like limeade color, I'm getting to like add like lime or lemon to your water. Yeah, like I don't know if that has something to do with like the throat. But yeah, I'm getting like add lime, lemon to your water. We have a rainy day. Whisper pink. What's these? Whisper pink. That's kind of cool. And then we have pirate black. All right. So I'm getting some of you might like to wear black. I'm also getting like some of you like to just maybe wear like very neutral colors, so like black, like these kind of like, I don't know if they're like kind of taupey colors. These green colors. So this I was really getting like the like lime in the water came up like right away. This I'm almost getting like a lip color, like wearing like a bold red lip. I don't know if that like would help your throat chakra, like speaking with power. Like red can be such a powerful color, and it's like loved and hated as like a lip color. But I'm getting like wearing a red lip will like help you with your speaking, with your voice, like speaking from power. And if you're like a man that doesn't wear makeup, like I'm getting maybe like eating red foods, or getting like a chapstick that is like that comes on clear, but maybe it's like a cherry red color, or like it's a cherry flavor, but it like goes on clear. And then these green colors, these two green colors, like I'm getting like incorporating that, like whether it's like a candle or a crystal. I'm actually getting like this crystal is like the stone. I think it's like a stone for healers, and I can't remember the name of it. It starts with the letter P. I can't remember the name of this crystal, but I will link it, or I'll put it in the description box. But this crystal is supposed to be like a crystal that heals healers. So some of you may be like in healing type works, whether you're like an energy healer or a nurse, or, you know, in some sort of like healing environment. But even if that's not a profession, I'm getting a lot of you like are very caring towards people, and you like give a lot of yourself, whether they give anything back in return or care, or if they're even just like, I feel like a lot of you get used is what I'm getting. But this is like, I believe it's like the healer's crystal, like to heal the healer, if that makes sense. So yeah, that crystal, I just like thought of that. So let's move on to, I have little cards that will either have like an affirmation or like a ritual you can do. So the first one that comes up is use refreshing foods like lemon, lime, cucumbers, strawberries to enhance your water. Use herbs like basil and rosemary. For this to come up is like really cool. So we have like adding things to your water like lime, cucumbers, strawberries, lemon, basil, rosemary. And then the ritual, place the water on your altar before drinking to bless it. And then we have focus on nourishment. We have I was beautiful, I am beautiful, I will always be beautiful. I think that's like a perfect quote for this group. We also have Taurus. So some of you may be Taurus or have Taurus in your chart. Ruler of the sinuses, ears, neck, throat, vocal cords, tonsils, and thyroid. So Taurus, I believe, is connected to like those areas of the body. So even if you don't resonate with being a Taurus, or you're not a Taurus or have it in your chart, it still like applies with what we're talking about with like the sinuses, the ears, the throat. So, again, I'm not a medical doctor, so, work with your healthcare professionals to, heal your body, to get it where it needs to be. And, as your energy changes, your body will change with it as well. So my body is a precious gift and I treat it as such. And last, heal your skin from stress with a soothing face mask. I feel like whoever is in this group, there's a lot of stress going on, a lot of things piling up, and you're just kind of you're just wanting some peace here. And so, we talked about, writing your worries down. And, a lot of times like doing skincare, and I don't know if I mentioned it in the intro, because I did talk in the intro about, because we picked a pile and they were attached to products. And so I am an esthetician. So skincare is like really great for, when you do it intentionally, it can really like calm the nervous system. So like if you think about like when you're applying moisturizer, you're touching your face, you're connecting with yourself, and that can really like calm your nervous system, calm like stress. So I've always used like my skincare routine because I've dealt with a lot of stress in my life. I've dealt honestly, the story of this pile is like almost like I was reading my own life, but I've dealt with a lot of stress, and my skincare ritual is kind of what helped to ground me and bring me back. So this isn't necessarily that you have to use a face mask, but even just any sort of ritual, and it doesn't even have to do with if doing your face, even just when you're showering, putting on your body wash and just being really intentional about it, and just really loving your body and expressing that care for your body can really help to bring down your stress and soothe your mind and your soul. So if that resonates, we'll go ahead and leave it like that. So last but not least, we're going to do some self-care cards. So we have dance. Yes. Move the body. Move your body. Do some neck stretches if you can, if that's okay to do for you. Do some neck stretching, do some yoga, do, all these, things that will help create flow in your body. And then we have look at the stars. So I'm getting for a lot of you, maybe even if you're into astrology, cool. I don't know a ton about astrology. I mean, I know basic astrology stuff, but I'm not an astrologer by any means. One thing I like to do is I like to cycle things with the moon. So do my manifestations and even change my diet based on the moon cycles and stuff. So maybe just look into that, look into ways to heal yourself via moon cycles and things like that. And then we have hydrate. So again, that keeps kind of coming up, but drink a lot of water. That's going to move things in your system too. That's going to clear things out in your system. So drink a lot of water. And then we have chanting. And so that's kind of cool that came up because we've been talking about the throat chakra. So chanting can even different hums and stuff can really calm your nervous system and just kind of ease stress as well. So look into chanting, maybe even look into yoga as well. And then we have be still. So yeah, just relax, take a load off, get some sleep. Don't feel guilty about sleeping. If you need to rest. If you've been through a lot, let your body rest. And then we have burning bowl ritual. So you know, maybe even take like these worries that you have, or maybe even like, you know, because I'm seeing like a lot of you are just gonna like move on from, you know, people in your life that don't have a place in where you're going. So really like think about where you're going and let go of everything that is not helping you get there or is not in support of you getting there. And burning bowl ritual, like I'm getting like write down these worries, burn them in the burning bowl. Whatever you are ready to let go of, burn it in the burning bowl. And you don't have to do like necessarily burning bowl ritual, like whatever you do to like let things go. You know, if you're working with fire, always be careful, no matter what. You know, look up proper ways to do stuff like that. But yeah, like something of a release. And that could even just be like releasing through your body, releasing emotionally, releasing like emotions that have been stuck there. So yeah, I think that's all I'm getting for you, pile one. Let's go ahead and move on to pile two. But thank you so much for being here. I hope that this resonated with you. I hope that you got some helpful tips out of this. Remember that you are in charge of your life and where it's going, and you can get into this magnetic energy. Like you have the power to get into this magnetic energy because that is your blueprint. That is what's already within you. And I believe in you, pile one. I know you can do it. And thank you so much for being here. I wish you all very well. All right, pile two, thank you for being here. Let's go ahead and clear the energy from pile one. This is a lip plumping gloss. Basically, this one is in the color Rouge. It's a really pretty color. But basically, you put it on and it kind of gives you like that tingly sensation. For some people don't really like lip plumpers just because they don't like that tingly, intense sensation. But it kind of gives you this tingly and intense sensation, and it kind of plumps up your lips and makes them look nice and full and pouty and beautiful. So that is the lip plumping gloss. And what I'm kind of getting from that is, you know, I'm getting like stepping out into like I'm getting like showing yourself, like stepping out, showing yourself in a way that is authentic to you. Let's go ahead and let's look at the cards and we'll talk more about that. All right, so we have naturalness, and which is interesting because then, you know, we have this, you know, lip plumping gloss, which you would think would be like, a lot of people when they think naturalness, they think like no makeup, plain, you know, bare minimum, maybe even like non-toxic beauty products. You know, maybe that's kind of what people think when they think of naturalness. And I mentioned this in other piles. So this card comes from the Wisdom Keepers deck, which is a deck of all faces. And being an esthetician, I love faces. I love, you know, learning about skin and stuff like that. Also, you know, just like different faces and different features just all fascinates me. So this face could represent, you know, what you look like, or the energy. Your energy could represent your energy. It could represent, you know, what your spirit looks like. And it could represent an ancestor or spirit guide as well. So we have naturalness. And again, like it says natural, but like her lips are actually very similar to this color. Like she's wearing makeup, but it's like you can still see her. You can still see who she is. And I'm almost getting like with naturalness, like I'm getting coming back to who you are. So whatever that looks like. And so that doesn't necessarily mean like stripping down to like the bare minimum. It means like discovering who you are discovering who you are without all the chaos, without the opinions of who you are, without who you think you should be or who other people think you should be. It's who you are at the core and uncovering that. And, you know, some of you may be attracted to pile 1 as well, but we're talking about the butterfly in pile 1 and how when the caterpillar goes into its cocoon, it kind of essentially turns into like this mush. It just like turns into like this liquid, but so it's neither the caterpillar or the butterfly, but it has the blueprint of what it's going to be, and it has to like reconstruct itself by scratch. And it's not an easy process, it's not a comfortable process, but it's a process. But that blueprint is always there, that naturalness is always there. That blueprint is who you are at your core. So let's go ahead and see what the cards have to say here. So we have prosperity, success, and good luck. And then we have rock bottom. Don't worry about that. We're going to keep talking about it. So then we have a strong, affectionate, mature man, dark-haired. We have woman or widow, a divorced woman or widow. Dark to black hair. We have unexpected guests. We have separation, deceit, changes. We have happiness in a partnership. And we have happy news. Okay, so a lot going on here. So let's talk about it. So we have success and prosperity. This is your blueprint. You are meant to be successful. You are meant to prosper. This rock bottom may be an energy that you're coming out of or that you were in, or but it's not an energy that you're moving into. Then we have a strong, affectionate, mature man. And this doesn't necessarily have to be gender related. So you could be, you know, whether you're a man or a woman, I think this represents you. You could be dark haired, you could be not, but a lot of you may be dark haired. A strong, affectionate, mature, and mature doesn't necessarily have to do with age. It could be, you know, maybe you're just really mature for your age. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're, you know, older or younger. Maturity is kind of an energy, if anything. And we have woman or widow, a divorced woman or widow, dark to black hair. I'm starting to see some of you may need to go back and watch pile 1 because I'm really feeling a little bit of a connection here. Some of you may be going through a breakup or a divorce. I'm just going to go ahead and say that, or even I'm getting a loss of some kind. And if that's the case, I'm really sorry about that. It could be a loss of anything. It could be a loss of a person. It could be a loss of, you know, something that meant something to you. But what I'm getting is if something was lost, if it's a, you know, death related loss, I'm really sorry about that. But, you know, if it is, you know, don't allow the grief to prevent you from, you know, moving forward in your life. You know, you can always have love, but, you know, not let it, you know, consume you to where you can't move on. But mostly I'm getting it's a loss of a breakup of some sort, or a loss of something like physical that you had, whether it was like money or something like that, or like something might have been taken from you. Because I'm getting like this unexpected guess. And I feel like these unexpected guests, I feel like this represents something that you weren't for it. You didn't really want that. Like almost like maybe some of you were cheated on, because we're getting separation, deceit, changes. So whatever this loss was, whether it's a loss of a relationship, friends, something that meant something dearly to you, I'm getting that this was for your benefit. because whoever this is, whatever this was, it's not moving. It wasn't meant for your next chapter. So whatever this is, it was not meant for your next chapter. So we do have an invitation here. And what I'm not getting that you invited these unexpected guests. I'm almost getting like they invited themselves, or someone invited them without your consent. But I'm getting like this was not planned. This is not something that was. I'm getting like there was some deceit, some not good vibes happening here. But I see you coming out of it. I see whatever this was that happened, it was supposed to happen, because whatever this was not meant for the next chapter whatsoever. So sometimes when, we lose something or whatever, like sometimes it's a gift. Sometimes it's saying this was not meant for you and it needed to be removed so you can have this happiness, this happy news. So we have happiness in a partnership. So there is new love coming in. There's something better out there for you, that whatever you were holding on so tightly to, that you lost, it's not going to even matter anymore when this new thing comes in, when the prosperity comes in, the success, the good luck. So you have prosperity, you have success, you have good luck, you have happiness in a partnership, and you have happy news. So good things are either currently coming in or they're about to come in. So expect it. Changes. So we have separation, deceit, changes. So whatever it was taken from you. Maybe there was some, deceit was involved in this. So, whatever you had, whatever you were holding on to, whatever you feel like you lost, it wasn't real. It was a deceit. It was not meant for you. So we have these changes coming in, the prosperity, the success, the good luck, the new relationships, the happy news. So this is good. This is good for you, pile 2. This is so good. So let's look more into the cards. So we have self-care. We have end of cycle. Yes, end of cycle. We have patience. We have signs. And we have music healing. So, sorry to shake you guys. Music healing. Okay, we'll just put that there. Okay, self-care. So now is the time to self-care. Now is the time to focus on yourself. Get down to your natural self. I guess that just kind of came out. Now is the time to take care of yourself. End cycle. It's the end. You're moving on. The storm, like here we have like storms going on in this card. So, this storm had to happen because whatever this was needed to end. And then now is the time for patience as you rebuild, as you move through into your next cycle, into your new life, essentially. Like, this is pretty amazing. Like, what you need to do right now is you need to take care of yourself. If you're in the storm right now, make sure you're still taking care of yourself. But I feel like a lot of you, like, we're at the end of the storm. Like if you think of like heavy rain, now we're like at the, like, now it's starting to sprinkle and dissipate. Yeah, so patience. And we have little white bunnies here. And we have just like really strong roots. Like you're built like this patience, you're building something. And these little bunnies like feel like abundance to me. Like they feel like, yeah, like they feel like your abundance. And we have these like really strong roots of the tree. So we need that patience so we can build this like solid foundation for whatever you're moving into. So we have signs here. So signs, look for signs, look for messages. Like you're stepping into your power. Like look at her. Like you're stepping into it. You're moving into your power. Like this is good. Then we have music healing. Music, I feel like that's going to help move some of these stagnant emotions that are like listening to music, letting yourself. One thing I like to do is I like to take almost like some time to like if I've been feeling a lot or if like a lot's going on, like I'll set some time, like 10 minutes to like listen to some music that helps me to just like grieve or whatever needs to be done. Like I'll ask my body like what is within me that I need to digest, that I need to grieve, that I need to like move through in order to get to where I need to go, in order to manifest what I want to manifest. And so maybe sometimes I'll take like 10 minutes like listening to music and just like letting whatever comes up, letting it digest, letting it move through me, and letting it go and moving on from it. And that just kind of like opens up the channels to the life that you want to create and where you want to go. So I'm also getting pay attention to your dreams as well. Okay, so we have Miss Spiderweb. Reconsider your alliances. Make new connections. That is crazy because, yes, like reconsider who is in your life right now. Reconsider some of these relationships. Like, are they good? Are they helping you or supporting you or get to where you want to go? Or are they blocking you or distracting you from where you want to go? Then we have Wolf Moon. I will watch over you. So you're protected. You have protection. Strange companions in stranger places. Challenges, use your imagination. So this is a great card because a lot of times we get so focused on the problem that the problem kind of consumes us. But what this card is saying is we need to step out of the challenges, step out of the problem. We need to like not let it consume us, but kind of step away and observe it and kind of move into the energy of solution. So instead of being in the energy of the challenges and the problems, you're stepping away. You're not saying that the problem isn't there, but you're stepping away into the energy of solutions, because for every problem there is a solution. So what we're doing is we're stepping into the solutions instead of wallowing in the energy of the problem. Again, go watch pile one if you feel called, because there may be a lot of great messages for you in pile one as well. So we have Deep Dark Sea Mermaid. Find solutions. That is, oh my gosh. Find solutions in the unknown places in the darkness. So your solutions may come from places that you may not expect. When you move into the energy of solutions, you're going to be like, oh, why didn't I see that before? It's because you were so consumed with the problem that you weren't seeing all the solutions that were there. So how you're going to find these solutions? Stepping out of the problem, stepping out of the energy of the problem and into the energy of solutions, and using your imagination, being open to solutions from unknown places, maybe even, I think I think that makes sense. So next card, Sacred Beetle Armor. You have a mighty shield. So again, that is just confirmation. The Wolf Moon and the Sacred Beetle Armor are confirmations that you are protected through this journey. So these are Pantone cards, and they are great for, I use these because, this is a glow up reading. So how are you glowing up? How are you leveling up? So these cards can represent, colors that you can incorporate into your life, whether that be through fashion, through jewelry, through makeup, through your hair, through accessories, through even like how you decorate your home, colors of crystals that you want to work with, colors of candles that you want to work with. Like, apply it where this resonates for you. This could also, show chakras that you need to work on. So let's go ahead and look at these colors. So we have like almost like this royal purple color. And then that's kind of like a pink or light purple, something like that. We have peach pearl. We have like this orange color. And when the orange came up, the first thing that popped in my mind was creativity. We have yellow, and power came in. So if you think about chakras, so orange is connected to the sacral chakra, and that has a lot to do with your like creativity. And so if that's blocked, like you may feel like your creativity is blocked. And then yellow has a lot to do with the solar plexus chakra, which has a lot to do with like your power and your control. I'm getting like letting go of control and letting like that creativity flow. So I think like these two chakras may be like the solar plexus and the sacral may be like connected in some sort of a way. And like when you unblock one, it's going to help like unblock the other. And then we have this like baby blue color. Oh, and then we have like another, like a lighter baby blue. And then we have like this taupe color, and then like this, I don't know, like almost like a yellowish color as well. Okay, so these might be colors that you are drawn to wear. I feel like a lot of these colors may be colors that will be like good for you to wear. Maybe not necessarily like this like bright yellow, but some of you could pull that off. I don't know. Yeah, I'm really getting like the orange and the yellow though have to do with like those energy centers that I talked about. But yeah, I'm getting like a lot of these like maybe just like really great colors to wear. Maybe even like with the purple, because we have like this amethyst here that I was like drawn to put down for the readings. Like I'm almost getting like maybe wear some like amethyst or purple jewelry, or work with the amethyst stone. Maybe even like purple. Like I'm getting eyeshadow colors with the purple as well. These colors I'm very much getting as like colors to like wear. I feel like they would be like good colors where even like the orange, like I'm seeing some of you, actually even seeing some of you in the orange and yellow, and like if you look at what she's wearing here, like she's wearing some of these like the baby blue colors. She's wearing like this bright green, and then we have the yellow and the orange, and we even have like the purples in there. We don't have any of the green color, but and like yeah, like she's wearing like a lot of gold jewelry too, so maybe like the yellow might represent like gold jewelry. That might be beneficial for you to wear as well. I like to charge my jewelry and wear it for like certain things. Yeah, I'm getting like the blues as like colors that you like may already wear, you might want to like incorporate into wearing. And then yeah, I'm like seeing like even like these as makeup colors or like clothing colors as well. All right, so the next cards we have are going to be like cards with like a beauty ritual or like a soul ritual, or and then like also affirmations. Hey pile 2, so in the middle of your reading, my camera died, so I had to recharge it, and I was debating if I should just leave your reading as is or if I should come back and record the rest of it. So I decided that I felt really called to come back and record the rest of it. So we're going to finish off your reading, and I want to mention just a few things because I think, you know, what happened with the camera is actually really symbolic to what's going on with the energy in this pile 2. You know, we have naturalness here, and I really feel like, you know, what the message was to stop, pause, and take some time to recharge. And, you know, we have naturalness here. Again, that was your, the face that came out in your reading, naturalness. And naturalness to me doesn't necessarily mean, you know, going, you know, barefaced, not wearing makeup. And it could for some of you if that resonates with you. But what I'm really getting with the energy of this naturalness is stopping and really evaluating all of the masks that you've had to wear throughout your life, and really acknowledging all of the masks that you've had to wear through your life and which ones you're ready to let go of and release, and, you know, dropping all of those masks so you can get back to your true self, the true self that's always been there, that blueprint of yourself. You know, we'll go back to the butterfly, you know, before it becomes a butterfly in its cocoon, and that blueprint is still there, and it has to, you know, dissolve and then rebuild itself from scratch. And so, you know, that natural you, that person who you are is still there. You just need to figure out, you know, who you really are. What are your likes and dislikes, not what people have told you to like and dislike. What do you want to look like, not what people have told you want to look like, or how you felt you've had to look like in order to please other people. So really, you know, releasing all of those masks and getting down to the bare bones and rebuilding yourself from scratch, and how you want to look and how you want to be and how you want to feel and how you want your life to look. I think that's, you know, just a really important message that came through with, you know, what happened with these wonderful technical difficulties. So let's finish out the rest of your cards. So we have beauty rituals and the moon cycles. New moon ritual, start a new beauty ritual you wish to embody. Full moon ritual, this is a good time to clean out any beauty products if necessary. Release any beauty rituals that no longer serve you. So I think that, you know, really falls in line with what I just said. You know, get rid of anything that doesn't feel like you at your core. Get rid of anything that doesn't feel. And as I'm saying this, I'm almost like feeling a lot of emotions. Like, you are going to grieve. I don't even want to say they're past versions of yourself, because the true you is always there, but you're going to grieve like those masks and, you know, the things from the past. But also there's also like this feeling of excitement for the future, excitement for all the things that are going to be able to emerge once you've let go of all of the stuff that no longer resonates and you no longer need in your life. So that is the ritual that came up. So we have, my hair gets more beautiful each day. So some of you, your hair is going to glow up. You're going to have kind of a hair glow up. I feel beautiful. I really enjoy what I see when I look in the mirror. So you guys are going to be coming into this new version of self-love, this new outlook on the future, this new outlook on yourself, which is really beautiful. My body is healthy. So you're going to be coming into more health in your body. My beauty is worth seeing and appreciating. I have a healthy posture. So for a lot of you, you're going to be standing taller. You're going to be feeling more aligned, more balanced in your body, more healthy in your body. You're going to start appreciating more so what you see in the mirror. All right, so these are your self-care cards. So we have soak in a bath. So some of you doing a nice bath ritual may be helpful for you. Connect with your ancestors. And what I'm getting from this is, really look at some of the patterns that have been passed down through your family. What are you repeating? What are you repeating from your ancestors that needs to be let go, that a cycle that needs to be broken? So you can, renew and reclaim your family line. I'm also getting, to pay respects and, gratitude for everything that your ancestors have done, to get you where you are today as well. Whether they were perfect or not, the sacrifices and what they went through so you could be here today. And then we have dream journal. Pay attention to your dreams. You might want to consider keeping a journal next to your bed so you can, when you wake up from a dream, you can write it down immediately so you don't forget it. So pay attention to any signs in your dreams, any synchronicities. And then we have connect with fire. And so you guys actually might want to go back and actually watch pile 1 as well, because they had a burning bowl ritual for their self-care rituals. So I always say, be careful with fire if you do choose to work with fire. And you don't necessarily have to work with fire, any sort of releasing ritual. The bath could be a releasing ritual, as the water goes down the drain. Just, imagine everything you're ready to release go down the drain. So, connecting with fire, you write down everything you're ready to release, burn it. I'm also getting, the phoenix, the rising from the ashes, becoming new and renewed. So very beautiful reading, pile 2. I think, the technical difficulties was meant to be so some other messages can come through as well. I really appreciate you being here, pile 2. Let me know what you thought of the reading in the comments. If anything resonated with you, I wish you the best of luck on your journey. Love you all.